everyone, my name is Taylor Hart and I attend Queen's University of Charlotte. Here is a digital presentation on my inquiry project, which consists of how the movie Freedom Writers provides equipment for living for children dealing with racial issues and poverty. For those who don't know, equipment for living is a theory where theorists believe some movies can help people understand another person's life or situation. So we will discuss the movie Freedom Writers, a literature review, and a research approach. Freedom Writers is about students who are in high school, but they grow up in areas that were deemed to be poor. In their environment, they had parents who didn't care for their well-being, friends who lived just the way they did and didn't motivate or uplift them, and then being labeled in society because of where they come from and the color of their skin instead of people getting to know who they are based on their environment. It shows how being poor truly affects their everyday life. The film sets in Los Angeles, California, where a teacher, Miss Cruel, is dedicated in giving more learning options to underprivileged children in the area. They are brought up in an environment where they had very few resources to having a successful life. They were raised and grew up to believe that if you were not exactly like them in race and background, beliefs, and more, then you did not belong. They showcased this by segregating into groups in the classrooms, which then brought about fights and arguments. Then students would not show up to class on a consistent basis. This is because of two reasons. They felt as though they were not welcome, and because in their minds and even the school's actions, they had the option to come or not. They were not reprimanded or disciplined because in honesty, the faculty and staff do not care for them, and they care for the students who are not in the same situations as them. These children are learning to grow apart from the rest of society because in their own environment, society has shut them out. This then takes a toll on their learning ability, opportunities for growth, and desire to become something more. All because of what they are classified as in the environment in which they have grown to believe is not only their world, but the world as a whole. For the literature review, in communication, Littlejohn and Foss state that theory is an organized set of concepts, explanations, and principles that depict some aspect of human experience. Theory focuses our attention on patterns, relationships, and variables, and Burke's equipment for living focuses on the stories that have an effect on us due to our psychological behavior. A scholarly theorist, Ponty, stated that his knowledge and take on things, even scientific, is from his own point of view or from a world experience. What you know manifests into what it must be. The phenomenological tradition is where we see the world from experience as stated by Littlejohn and Foss. So I use that in research. So in the research approach, I would go to two different schools, one labeled as a good area and one labeled in a bad area. I would go into two different classrooms and have the students watch a short clip from the movie where the students express to Miss Cruel what it's like for them coming from where they come from. I would have 15 students from each class fill out a questionnaire pertaining to their life, and then we would play a game as a class from the movie. The students would line up in two rows facing each other. I would then make statements such as, I wish I was lighter or darker. And if that statement is true to them, they would step forward. This way, I can see for myself if poverty and race has affected them, and they can also see as a class that they are truly as one, that they should not be segregated. From this project, I believe equipment for living makes it much easier for us to understand the world that we live in and how to treat one another. Burke stated that a movie may not be a direct depiction of someone's life, but it helps viewers to see their situations and struggles or obstacles that had or have to face.